The power died. Innovate Sphere Solutions went black. Emergency lights blinked weakly. Shadows danced like playful demons. The air turned cold, very cold. The interns huddled, nervous. They were young, unpaid, scared. This wasn't the startup dream. No more server hums, just silence. Heavy, waiting.
We were Maya, Liam and Chloe. I was practical. Liam loved tech. Chloe believed in spirits.
Boredom hit them hard. The Wi-Fi was gone. No work.
I found an old box in a forgotten storeroom. Inside, a Ouija board. Dusty.
My eyes shone.
You're not serious, I said. But darkness invites strange ideas. The plan call Alistair Finch, the founder, a company legend, long gone from the world. What would he think of us now? Would he give us good advice?
I thought it would be funny.
I hoped for a deep connection.
I just wanted the lights on.
They sat. The board waited. The planchette felt like ice. Fingers touched the planchette. Lightly. Carefully. So carefully.
I let out a nervous laugh.
I closed my eyes. I whispered strange words from a strange website.
I sighed but joined them. What was the worst that could happen? It was just a silly game after all. The room grew colder still.
Alistair Finch, they asked. The little pointer shivered. Then it moved, so slow, across the letters. Yes, a gasp from all three. It was him. Could it be?
I looked at Chloe, accusing. You pushed it.
I denied it.
Maya felt a strange energy. The air felt thick, old. Alistair Finch, he was online. The interns stared, wide-eyed. First came the shock, then fear. This was no longer a game. A presence filled the dim office, not seen but felt, deeply. Cold spots drifted like fog. Goosebumps rose on their arms. They asked another question.
What of the company, Alistair?
The planchette moved. Faster. PROMISING, good. Then NEEDSWORK, okay, a reasonable ghost, maybe. Then came the micromanagement. It started small, subtle.
CHECKQ3 REPORT, we were interns, what report?
The planchette tapped, impatiently. Then the first big command. FIREJASON. Jason, the marketing intern. Nice. A bit forgetful. Sometimes late. The board was clear. LATETWICE. This was not wisdom. This was otherworldly human resources.
Jason is new, I typed. I held my phone near the board.
The planchette spelled one reply. NOEXCUSES.
I almost laughed.
I worried.
Suddenly, the main lights flickered on. But Alistair was still there. Alistair learned fast, very fast. He didn't need the board for long. Lights blinked if a desk was messy. Printers spat out single, stark words. Focus or improve. Then came the calendar invites for 3 a.m. Zoom meetings. Always. Subject critical path analysis. Mandatory. No one ever came. The invites just kept reappearing. He even added tiny ghost emojis. Slack became his new playground. Messages appeared from afinch_spirit.
Let's circle back on that memo. Forever. Or, are we fully synergized on this yet?
So passive-aggressive. Always there. He even used reaction emojis. A little ghost giving a thumbs down. If someone missed a new impossible deadline, the office temperature would plunge. Jason, still employed, wore a ski jacket. He was always cold now.
Brenda from HR. She was tough. She thought she had seen everything. She had not seen an undead boss. She called a company meeting. We need to discuss feedback methods.
Alistair crashed it, of course. Her carefully prepared PowerPoint. It started playing his old speeches. Very loud. Very fast. Non-stop. Brenda fumbled with the remote. Useless. Alistair's true power move? The Keurig. The beloved office coffee machine. He possessed it. Took it over. One dark caffeine-craving morning. Everyone needed coffee. Badly. The machine whirred. It gurgled. It produced decaf. Only decaf. Weak. Watery. A coffee insult. Brenda tried to unplug it. Sparks flew. The tiny Keurig screen flashed a message. CAFEINEISAPRIVILEGE. Office morale flatlined. This was war. The interns reached their limit. The ghostly 3 a.m. calls, the passive-aggressive Slack pings, the endless soul-destroying decaf. It was simply too much to bear.
Jason shivered in his many layers.
Maya walked around like a zombie.
I tried to build a ghost trap using old server racks and hope.
I just wanted Alistair to rest and leave our coffee supply alone. We needed a plan, a real one.
I had the breakthrough during a decaf-induced stupor. He uses the systems, I mumbled. The calendar, Slack. That's his power.
Liam's eyes lit up, a spark.
So if we crash the systems?
No systems, no ghost control.
The plan was risky, very risky. Probably broke a dozen company rules. But a micromanaging ghost broke more. They would delete Google Calendar, everything. A few nervous clicks, it was done. Every meeting, every Alistair scheduled task, every 3 a.m. synergy brainstorm, gone, vanished into the digital ether. The office lights flickered wildly. A ghostly wail echoed from the vents. It sounded like MYSTRUCTURE. Slack went blessedly silent. The Keurig sputtered, then hissed. Then a miracle. It brewed real coffee, dark, strong, perfect, into Maya's mug. Victory. It tasted like heaven. Things settled after that, mostly. Alistair still made lights blink. Now and then, a spectral post-it might appear. Needs review. But his digital reign of terror ended. The interns had fought the ethereal, and won. They even saved Jason's job. Officially.
HR note. Performance impacted by paranormal interference.
Brenda just sighed and approved it.
I took another sip of actual coffee.
Liam grinned.
Surprisingly, I liked my decaf now.
I looked at the empty wall space. He may be undead, I said, a smile on my face, but he's still not getting equity.